Hello!
Hello!
Welcome to another ride with...
Fred and God.
That's right. Where are we in this video?
Melrose.
Melrose in South Australia. So we went on a camping holiday for 3 nights.
Yeah.
We took our bikes and Melrose Campground has a pump track there, which is pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yep.
So what's in the pump track? Do you remember?
Lots of jumps.
Yeah. Do you remember the cubby? There was a cubby, wasn't there?
Oh yeah.
So you could ride up the ramp into it and ride down the ramp.
Yeah.
And you did that, you rode down the ramp, didn't you?
Yeah.
There's skinnies, so there's logs that you can ride along.
True.
And there were some big jumps there too. And there were loads of people cycling there, loads of children, a really good place for families to go. And all around Melrose, there are tracks like this. So we went with your older brother, didn't we?
Yep.
And so this was on the first day, riding around some of the really nice ones. And some of the bits you had to stop and walk, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then, you know, climb over the rocks and stuff like that. But I think you did pretty good. So we had a few problems with your chain then, didn't we? But we fixed that. We made a little chain guard for his bike, so that's working a lot better now. Yeah, it was beautiful and green and really, really nice weather around there.
You gave me the chain guard because it makes me go more fast.
Makes you go faster with the chain guard on there.
Yeah.
Now this bit I had to walk the bikes up, walk your bike and my bike up because it was quite steep, that bit. But the view from up there is absolutely amazing. It's so beautiful up there, isn't it? I mean, you look at that beautiful clear sky, look at that countryside for miles and miles. Beautiful. And then we then headed off again.
Why are you saying miles? It's not America.
Well, I'm English, so I say miles. I'm used to saying miles. Oh, okay, I'll say kilometres, shall I? For kilometres and kilometres. It doesn't sound as good. I think miles sounds better. Say, oh, I had to push up this bit. Do you remember where we were going to on this one? There's a building at the top.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the building is called? Wilbur's Watch.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a little castle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, like your brother was saying, there it is there, look. There's lots of people who privately own land around here, and they make it publicly available for people to walk on and ride on. And one of the families, they had a son who died at sea. And so they made that as a tribute to him, didn't they?
Yeah.
And so there's a little place in it. It looks like there's a fire pit in there, so people have fires in there.
Yeah.
And there's a turret, or there's a couple of little places where you can stand, aren't there, and look out. And yeah, it was so quiet around there. I mean, look at that. We're up really, really high. We went up there, we had our snack. And this is not very far from the campsite at all, is it?
Nope.
No. So yeah, and we saw a kangaroo in the distance, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't see very many around. But what did we see one day? What type of wildlife did we see on one of the tracks? Do you remember? You saw it first and we went back and had a look at it. Slithering on the ground.
Is it?
A snake.
Oh yeah.
So quite a long red-bellied snake.
Yeah.
And we saw marks on the ground where others had been, and other people had seen them as well, hadn't they?
Yeah.
Around this area. So that's something to look out for. Just make sure you make lots of noise when you're riding about. Yeah, this was just all the way downhill now, and in a moment, someone has a little stack. Who was that, I wonder? Who fell off? Was it you?
No.
It wasn't you? I think it's just here, look, yeah, I just about catch it, so the camera slows down. And just catching the bottom corner. Oh, crash! Oh dear. And I stopped filming because there were a lot of tears. But what's that? What did we find?
Drop the camera!
No, I didn't drop the camera. But what is that? Do you remember?
Mine.
A mine. What is a copper mine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a shaft leading down to the copper mine that's in that area. And then, yeah, heading off back down. And then we get to a place at the bottom where there's a lot of chickens. Do you remember what that bit of track is called?
Chicken Run!
Chicken Run, that's right.
Oh!
So, yep, this is heading down towards the bottom now. It's all still very green around there at this point. There's a bit of a creek nearby, but there's no water in the creek at this time of year, was there?
Nope.
And a lot of families about, a lot of walkers. It's such a friendly place. And do you remember the name of the bike shop in Melrose?
The Edge.
Over the Edge, yeah. And they were very helpful for us, weren't they? So we were able to take our bikes in and get some emergency services done.
Yep.
And they did it very, very quickly for us. So we had a few minor issues. And my dropper post stopped working one day. So I had to try and make do with a dropper post that wouldn't go down. But we made friends on the campsite, didn't we?
Yeah.
And when we came back to Adelaide, I met up with one of them.
Yeah.
And he gave me his old dropper post. So I've managed to fit that into my bike now.
Does it work?
It does. I need to pump some more air into it. It doesn't come up easily. But at least it does go up and down, unlike the other one. I couldn't do jumps with the other one because it just stayed up all the time.
I would do jumps with your one.
Not with the post really high, because I have my post very, very high so that I can have really long legs when I'm cycling up hills, especially when I'm towing you. So that's our campsite just there. So we only had tents and a marquee. Other people had caravans.
Snaky wagon.
Ah, I did get the snake. I did film it. So you can just see it in the middle of the screen there. Just kind of slithering away. It was, I reckon, quite a big one. And so this is one of the long flat tracks near us. So there's some showgrounds.
Flies!
There were a lot of flies. So that wasn't particularly good, was it? So we needed to get some better fly protection. So that's a bit of a tip when the weather starts getting warmer and you're cycling around Melrose. Just make sure you have some fly repellent. But yeah, this was quite an easy ride, this one, because it was mostly flat, and it leads up to some other tracks in the woods, which are, some of them are fairly new. Who's that handsome man? Oh my God!
Not you.
Oi, cheeky, that is me. So yeah, I'm riding with a full face helmet now. After I went riding with your brother one day, and I went a bit too hard down a bit of a sheer rock face, and my front wheel caught in the ground, and the bike ended up upside down in a tree, and my face was very, very close to some rocks. My elbow saved me, and I thought there's no point waiting until I have an accident. I should get a proper helmet now. So yeah, got myself a full face helmet. And you got your new gloves in this one as well. You got those gloves in over the edge, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because you wanted to have funky gloves. Yeah, the bike was a bit dusty there too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was quite dusty around Melrose. But we had really good weather. It didn't rain, did it? There was a tiny bit of rain, like spots one night, but not much. One night it was so windy, wasn't it?
Hmm?
And we, I think you were in the tent. I helped our neighbours put the awning away on their caravan. But yeah, the wind was so strong, but luckily the tents and the marquee were all set up really well and they didn't blow away. So yeah, but we had very good weather. We were very lucky with it. I mean, it was fairly warm this day. So and just look at that beautiful countryside, all those hills in the distance there. So Melrose itself, it's amazing when you drive up to it because it's just all flat, isn't it? When you drive to it, and the town is at the bottom, and then suddenly there's just mountains, great big hills all around you.
Yeah, but with this track, you can't actually use vehicles on it.
No, you can't use vehicles on this one. No, that's right. So there we go, just plodding along.
Yeah.
There's your brother.
Yeah.
There's you with your cheeky little face.
We just said bridge first.
Yeah, we were racing to bridges, weren't we?
Yeah.
There were bridges all around.
I think I won too.
I think you probably did, yeah.
With Una at the over the edge, did you? How much times did you win?
How many times did I win?
Yeah.
With Uno. We played Uno in the cafe. I think I won the most.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I think actually I
No,
won.
you didn't.
I think I won
You didn't.
I won every single game of Uno. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I reckon that's what happened.
I won at least 5 times.
I don't think you did. I don't think you did. You didn't win
4?
at all. No, you didn't win any.
Yes, I did.
All right, maybe you won a little bit.
You only won like I think once. Yes, you did.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a beautiful town, and I definitely think we should go back there.
Yeah.
Definitely. And do some more riding and do some more camping. But this time, I'll take less stuff with us because they actually sell firewood there. We had a campfire each night.
And they did it cheaper.
Yeah, it is cheaper there. You're absolutely right. Yeah, so may as well just buy that there. There's a few other bits and pieces we can buy there as well. To try and take a lot with us. Here we go. So now we get off to one of the other tracks.
Honk.
Honk. Do you remember the names of these ones? There were 2 particular tracks that we did.
No, but remember we got those Tic Tacs.
Tic Tacs? No, Mentos or something. We had Mentos. No, we stopped. No, we didn't get those. We didn't get those ones there. You're getting confused. Stop talking about Tic Tacs. Anyway.
I'll show you what.
No.
I'll show you what I mean.
I know what you mean. Go on, hurry up. This makes great commentary. He just shoots off halfway through to go and get a box of Tic Tacs.
Explain this.
Yeah, come on, get back in the commentary box.
Okay.
You can't do commentary unless you're in the commentary box. Yes, I know. All right. Tic Tacs that he wanted to get, which you didn't even like.
No.
I might have one now. But yeah, all right. So yeah, I think we did get these. We got these in the shop, didn't we? All right. Yeah. And then we stopped because they built a new place. So there's a bit of a shelter and a picnic table and stuff like that there, isn't there? So we did one ride and then we stopped. Then we went off and there's 2 others. Do you remember the names of them? Oh, I wish I could remember. I'll have to ask Alex what they were. What were those trails called? I wish I could remember. Was one called Monkey something? No, I'm serious. Was it called Monkey? Little Monkey or no Mouse? Do you remember? What was it called?
Mad Mouse.
Mad Mouse. That's it.
Learning Curve.
Learning Curve. That's right. Learning Curve and Mad Mouse. So they were really good fun, weren't they? So yeah, winding around all these. So this one I think is Learning Curve, isn't it?
No.
No. Oh, this is.
This is not Showtime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Okay. So we go. Yeah. We go to Showtime. So Showtime is one of the trails by the showgrounds in Melrose. And you go over a little bridge, don't you? Through a gateway.
Yeah.
Into Showtime. And then you do Learning Curve and Mad Mouse.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so we're not quite there yet. Alex just wanted to back up a bit because he wanted to get some air on the jumps there. So yeah, so this is fairly flat. This is fairly easy. This one, very good one to do with younger children. As you can see, there's no rocks on this part of it. There were a few rocks a bit earlier on, but nothing too severe. And yeah, you don't get lost at all. And here we go. Yeah, we're out to the new area just here. So that's all fairly new, that bit that they built. Oh, here we are. So this is, we just joined Showtime. And now this is Learning Curve.
This is a bit brighter than it actually was.
No, it was quite sunny, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, it was quite sunny. So yeah, I mean, and the other thing is, there's little places to camp all around. So these places are a bit more spaced out, but I think where we camped was pretty good. We had a powered site, even though we had tents.
Yeah.
So that meant we could charge your Nintendo Switch, didn't it? Yeah, this is what camping is like these days. But it was good keeping phones charged because we use our phones to record our trips and to be able to take photos and stuff. So that was really handy. So we didn't have to keep charging them in the car. And although the campsite was crowded, people were actually really well behaved, and it was quiet at night time. And people were very nice and friendly there, and it was very well looked after. So I think it was definitely worthwhile staying in the camping grounds, and it was right off the main street of the town as well. So it was very close to everything. So pleased about that.
I want to go there again.
Yeah, me too. I definitely want to go there again. It's definitely a good place and a good time of year to go because we were able to have campfires. So we had sparklers and we had roasted marshmallows. They were good, weren't they? Marshmallows. So there we go. Now we need a bit of a drink before you head off.
For the fun part.
Yeah, and here we go.
This part was the best.
Yeah, so there's a few berms in here. So the berms are the corners that are banked, like that one and that one there. So you can take those a bit faster and go around the edge and lean around them. So you're well used to doing that sort of stuff, aren't you? And there's a lot of pumps and things, so you don't have to jump them, you can just pump them, can't you? Yeah. And that's what you were learning at the campground on the pump track. And you were doing...
I forgot how to do it.
And that's okay, because, you know, it takes a bit of practice. But one thing you were doing on the pump track was you were learning to stand up and move your body about.
Yeah.
And there we go. Thank you for watching.